Welcome everybody, and we've got him back, the great Tony Steele, ready to give your start and sit advice. It's the start and sit spiel with Tony Steele. Tony, how are you doing today? What are you thinking about?
I'm great, Evan. I hope you're
Welcome
doing
everybody,
well.
and we've got
It's
him back, the
tis the
great
season,
Tony Steele, ready
We're
to
in week 4. We're in major overreaction season. Everybody's overreacting at all times.
Travian
Um,
Henderson will win me fantasy championships
and that's what I'm saying.
because the other
Like,
guys fumbled.
I don't know if we just have transferred our love of short form content into our permanent level of attention that we can give a thing.
Excuse me.
And so, oh, Lad McConkey, 3 bad games. Oh, such and such starting slow. Like this is not the norm, right? So you're getting a little too worked up. I would say like once it's week, I'd say after week 5 you reassess, right? Because then you got buys, and then you're trying to figure out who goes where, who needs to go to this spot, that spot, whatever. I think people are freaking out about Lad McConkey that don't need to be freaking out about Lad McConkey. People are freaking out about Brian Thomas Jr. You should not be freaking out about Brian Thomas Jr. I think it's okay to be hesitant on Travis Hunter. You're definitely not going to get a return on value, but that doesn't mean that he's not worthy of being on your fantasy team. You shouldn't get rid of him.
Definitely don't trade these guys. I see a couple people talking about how they traded the guys, and I'm like, what? Don't, don't sell low.
People panic, and I don't know if this happens to you, but it happens to me every fucking year where my team starts insanely hot and then everyone gets hurt.
Yeah, because I spend all my time doing auction research. So I always win a few in the beginning that I shouldn't, and then I crater out in the middle because I built my team for long-term success, and then I
Right.
hopefully make a run.
I have last year I had Nico Collins and Chris Godwin, and I was like untouchable, and they both went out, and I was just cooked. The inverse can be true, right? Like the guys that you drafted to be good can be good. Like Terry McLaurin can give you, 10 weeks of wide receiver 2 production. Willie, I don't think so, but like you drafted these guys in the 5th round because you believed in them, so believe in them.
All right, welcome. I'm gonna try to say your name, Botchimers,
That's how I
1848.
read it.
All
That's how
right,
I read it.
cool. Hubbard or BTJ on flex? I would like to know, is it PPR? I think Tony would too.
So we've got Carolina at New England, and we've got the Jags at San Francisco. I want to like really sit down and hammer this out, but it's obvious to me you're playing the ceiling. I'm going BTJ. I'm assuming we've got a negative game script. Like how how stupid is it gonna feel to sit BTJ and have him go off? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you bought him, you paid 1st round prices for him, or depending on your auction dollars, you paid what is essentially 1st round prices for him. BTJ was not a steal at any point in the offseason. Um, so you start your studs. It's classic. Start your
Agreed.
studs sitch.
Also, it is PPR, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, Hubbard's been banged up. He was
Yes.
questionable all week. Sit one. Welcome to AK. AK joined us on the Thursday night Farceball stream this week. That was cool. Full PPR. Sit one. Travion versus Carolina. Kirk versus Titans. Ao Manor.
Yep.
Okay. Ao Manor at Houston. Thank you, Mr. Steele.
You know, AK was saying, it's the Travion week is here, and I agree. I was thinking it was last week. I love being a week ahead of these things on accident. Um, but I think Travion's gonna have a big game. So here's the thing about Kirk and Ao Manor. Kirk just came in and had the first over 20% target share that any Titans receiver or Texans receiver not named Nico Collins has had all year. But that offense is so bad,
So
dude.
so bad.
That offense is so bad. And so I'm sitting Kirk because I'm playing Ao Manor and hoping that he gets into the end zone. Ao
Uh,
Manor's he was wide receiver 25 2 weeks ago and wide receiver 26 last week. Like I love that in my flex.
uh, uh, but both. Botchumer says, but he, and I assume he means BTJ, a little bit of an ambiguous antecedent there, but he is embarrassing. What's embarrassing is benching a stud after low production and then he flips out. Like Mark Andrews, I have him in a big league and he did horrible first 2 weeks and I was really thinking of benching him, but then I'm like, well, what? Why? For who? Another blob tight end? So I left him
Right.
in, and I'm like, oh wow, that would have been really embarrassing if I overthought about it, got cute, and missed out on 25 points.
I don't know how often Chuba Hubbard is going to give you 25 points, and I think BTJ has a higher likelihood of giving you 25 points.
Yep.
I think if we really want to whittle it down, I can see the say like I want floor here in my flex with Hubbard, but I like to shoot for the moon in my flex spots, man. Like most of my weeks, if I have two flexes, one of them will have 4 and the other one will have 26.
Yep. It's you. Don't overthink BTJ. It's week 4.
Yeah, and it's a new system, and maybe Trevor Lawrence sucks, but also Trevor Lawrence is putting enough on film that his coach, who is tied to him, is going to be like, okay, well, you can do this well, so let's do that well with our best player.
Carson Wentz looking for like a golf league hero here.
Carson Wentz is reminding people who Carson Wentz is, and now I'm wondering. I don't think the KOC offensive scheme is quarterback proof because holy shit.
Yeah. This did not look good. Carson Wentz keeps just misfiring, and we have to sit here and watch it.
This was my Elon mode pass out while watching game of the week because I knew I was like, it's gonna be a Thursday night football game, but just during the morning.
Fair. That is very
Eh,
fair.
I don't know if they're because the Vikings are in London next week. Are they coming home or are they just staying in Europe?
They are staying in Europe.
Okay,
Yeah.
makes the most sense.
Yeah. AK says, I also have Kirk on the bench, despite him having the highest projected points of the three on ESPN, but Boone has Kirk the lowest in full PPR. Okay, but
Because really
AK,
though, like
you're smarter than ESPN. Whom do you have number one? Like, that's what I
it's got
wanted.
to be Hunter or it's got to be Henderson. Sorry. I really, honestly, man, I think what is Christian Kirk's ceiling if everything goes right? Like 13 points.
Yeah,
I
Houston. I just can't. Then I might have to watch Houston, and then no, thank you.
I'm actually interested in watching that game because there's a lot of guys that I'm interested in playing in that game, but it's if there's ever been a game that was more NFL plus 45 condensed game in history, I've never seen it. Like that game is going to suck. It's probably going to be 17-13, but I want to see EO Manor. I want to see what Tony Pollard's doing these days. I want to see the Woody Marks like 40% snap share. Like, what's the deal with that? Is that a thing? Is that going to keep going?
Yeah, it's one of those ones I'll put on one of my screens, just the ESPN play-by-play.
Sure.
I'll have three other games I'm following, and then I'll glance over from time to time and see a quick summary of the drive. Be like, oh, that's what's going on. Okay.
True. I do also have that. I use the Athletics app for that. It's not any
Ooh.
better.
Uh,
Okay, so
okay, it's
go
not any
ahead.
better. No, you said it's not any better. That was my question.
Right. So I'm gonna steal my Jeff Crisco bit here, and I'm gonna hit you with my bring the boom plays of the week. We're gonna bring the boom. Um, and I decided I didn't want to go with like guys that are clear, no doubt starters. I have a guy at quarterback, running back, receiver, and tight end that I think you could say, I don't know, do I start and sit? So I want to pick some guys for you. Hopefully, this will break some ties. So my bring the boom plays of the week at quarterback, Drake May, New England Patriots against the Carolina Panthers. My running back is Nick Chubb. I'm going to take Nick Chubb over, you know, your bad players. I guess that's kind of where my line's drawn. Wide receiver Romeo Dobbs for Sunday Night Football and tight end Hunter Henry.
Thank you. Those are Tony's boom players of the week. I'm
Bring the
just
boom.
fiddling around with my buttons here. Oh, it was doing it live. Why wasn't it doing it in transition? Huh. That's weird. I have the whole. Why do I even have the transition screen? What's going on?
What's it even for?
It's for what I just did. I just moved some things around, some graphics around, and the transition lets you do it where it's not happening on the screen or the broadcast, and you hit transition and it moves it.
Ah,
Yeah, but it didn't work that time, so I don't even know. I used it right. It's also if
weird.
you are streaming a lot and you want to get up, but you don't want to see people get up because getting up looks awkward.
Hmm.
Uh, it allows you to just flip to a background without you on it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. That's more for gaming because gamer nerds look weird from the neck down. So
That's true. That is true.
let's see here.
Is that a touchdown to someone I've never a Madden creative player? 36? Scott? Is that Boston Scott? Shut up. No way. That can't be
Wait,
Boston
is it
Scott.
Boston Scott?
I don't know. I just saw Scott.
Oh, they've been targeting Scott all day. He looks like Scott's body.
Yeah, he's a
Maybe.
little guy. He's just a little
A
guy.
little squat dude, yeah.
God, the year of our Lord, you've got Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott scoring touchdowns. Let's go.
Let's go, 2019 Eagles. Here we go.
Right?
Oh, I've not been checking the chat for questions. I apologize. I've been playing with the graphics. Uh, OJ, what's up? He needs a flex and PPR. Golden, Worthy, Wandale, or Swift?
Okay. So it's all about how you want to approach this, right? Like I think Swift and Wandale are your safest floors in full PPR because Swift is going to get 18 touches. Chance he gets in the end zone, that's 15 points. You got Jackson Dart at the quarterback for the Giants. He's going to be. They already said they're like we're going to do a lot of no huddle. We're going to do a lot of RPO, a lot of quick game. Wandale Robinson could catch 10 passes for 38 yards. There's another 13 points. Golden can give you 0 or he can give you 20. The only thing is he hasn't given us 20 yet, so I'm worried about that. I'm very high on Romeo Dobbs this week. So to me, I think the order I'd put them in is Worthy, Swift, Wandale, Golden.
Touchdown, 2 point conversion to Naylor. Okay.
Hell yeah. Ass kicking.
AK, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, AK wants to know May or Hurts in Guillotine. No, May or Love in Guillotine. I'm pretty sure Tony's going to say May because it's his boom play of the week.
I'm going to say May. I think that he's going to get you 4 to 7 points rushing. And I think in Guillotine, where you're just trying to avoid being lowest to the low, like you want every point you can.
And here's somebody named, I apologize if I butcher this, Zethus Swin, perhaps?
I
Uh,
like it.
Half PPR. Which Chiefs wide receiver? Worthy or Thornton?
It's worthy. He's the supremely better player. Um, I understand that you're asking for this week, but if we can just take a step back, if you pair up, you know, Tyquan Thornton and Xavier Worthy next to each other and say pick which one is going to have the better fantasy game this week, you're probably going to go with Worthy 100 times. So like to me, this is another like start your studs type situation. So I'm rocking with I'm rocking with Worthy because he's I mean like Thornton, you're pressing the button, you're closing your eyes, and you're hoping for a deep ball that gets into the end zone. Got you, OJ. Thanks for asking, man.
And here's an important addendum to that. My wife, who doesn't watch football or care about fantasy football at all and is currently asleep, just muttered Worthy in her sleep in response to the question. So her subconscious is coming out to play, and it likes Worthy too.
I appreciate that. All right, so Xavier Scott. Looking up Xavier
Yeah,
Scott.
that's what I'm doing too. Please be related to Boston Scott or Michael Scott.
No. Damn, they have 2 players from Maine on their team. Good for him. Undrafted guy.
Oh, nice. I
Me
like
too.
those few DFOs.
He's oh, he went to high school in Germany. He's a military brat. He went to high school in Germany.
Huh. He's married to a sprint car driver.
Good for you, dude. I hope that fucks people's shit up. It's because that's hilarious, objectively. And if you went all in on Jordan Mason, you were always destined to be wrong.
Would you start Worthy, Quentin Johnson, or Dobbs over Mariota in a
No,
Superflex league?
absolutely
No.
not.
Mariota looks he looks not like Carson Wentz or Jake Browning. Let me put it that way.
Yeah,
Like
he.
he
I'm starting to think, and I talked about this a little bit on the podcast over the summer when we did the Cardinals team previews. I don't think Cliff Kingsbury is a bad offensive coordinator. I think he's a bad head coach because, like, look at what Kyler looks like ever since he stopped playing with a Cliff Kingsbury offense. Look at
um
how good Jaden Daniels looks. Look at how you can just plug in Marcus Mariota and just it's fine, and you could put up 35 points.
um also uh on that note, I was noting I'm an Ohio State fan. Matt Patricia is our defensive coordinator. In 4 games, we've allowed an average of under 6 points. So
Wow,
yeah, good defensive coordinator, bad head coach.
exactly. Also, I want to point out I pulled the expert move this morning of taking Kenneth Gainwell out of my golf league lineup.
How's that working out for you?
Pretty good. Gainwell's got like 70 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. So that
I
would have
have
rocked my shit.
Oh yeah, I have Thielen in golf league. If you don't know, we're in a league where we're trying to score the lowest, but you can't score zero, or the commissioner changes it to 20. So you want these
Yeah.
guys who catch one pass. And how's Thielen doing? He's got, let's see here, 2 catches for 11 yards. Okay,
Hey,
take
that's
it.
great.
That's pretty good stuff.
I got pretty spicy this week. I have Jake Browning, but I'm starting Mitch Trubisky. I'm hoping for a Bills blowout and some Mitch Trubisky garbage time taking a knee.
I see what you're doing. That's interesting. That's
I,
good. You guys are
it's like,
so good at golf league. I'm really intimidated. You guys have like
well,
leveled up, and I've just stayed the same, which is
my
why I'm
thought is
undefeated in a bad way.
my thought is like, well, if I put in a guy and he scores 22 points, I might as well have not started a guy, right? So all I'm hoping for is like who's least likely to get me, who's going to get me either between, 0.1 to like 4 or just get 20.
I like that. A nuance to that is perhaps if that attitude becomes more prevalent, the first round of golf league won't be all quarterbacks being drafted because
That's a good point.
that meta needs to shift because it never works for me. I see.
It's
I
tough.
drafted Daniel Jones in the first round, and now
Right, right. And you hit. Right.
yeah.
Um hey, we got to fight.
Oh, I'm behind you
Come out
then.
come out you black and tans. Yeah, I agree with AK. Like Mike McDaniel as an OC probably going to be great, especially if he gets an offensive line wherever he goes next.
I missed the fight entirely. Oh
I'm at
wait, nope. Here it
529.
is. Here it is. Yeah.
There's some hats being thrown, a lot of shoving. My IDP getting ejected. How about it? Shout out Jonathan Greenard.
What do you think of Travion Henderson this week?
I thought last week was the Travion Henderson breakout week. And my thought is if I just say it every week going forward, it's going to happen eventually and I'll be fucking vindicated. But I definitely think he's playing the Panthers, man. He's playing the Panthers. And there was a lot of questions about his usage last week. But I'm going to be real with you, man. I don't think Josh McDaniels like game planned for Travion Henderson to be the only guy that could hold on to the ball last week. So I'm in on Travion Henderson. I'm starting him over, your guys that are in rotation backfields that have like touchdown potential. I would start Henderson over Nick Chubb for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm rocking Henderson as an RB2 this week. Just like you said, he's gonna have a blow up week every week. Every week I said Ramondre Stevenson is gonna have a horrible fumble. It has to happen. Like
you too.
two,
Um,
he had
I
one in the
I would
goal line.
start. I would definitely start him. He'd probably be around like a DeAndre Swift level for me right now. Um, Probably starting him over Quinshon Judkins. Um, yeah, that's about where I like him. I mean, I like him more than Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. I'd probably right around like where you'd put J.K. Dobbins. I think Dobbins versus Henderson would be a really tough decision for me to make,
I'm starting all my Hendersons.
as you
But
should.
then,
I
but then
mean,
again, like I just go heavy wide receiver and then just drop some project in as RB
yeah,
for the start of the season.
yeah. I mean, and that's what your RB2 slot is for. Your RB2 spot should be like your saddest spot on your lineup,
It's also a
unless
point
you're
of
lucky.
it's also a point of mental self help where if an RB gets injured, I'm like, ooh, maybe I have his backup. Let me check it out. Whereas
Right.
if one of my wide receivers gets injured, I'm like, okay, next person up. Oh, it's Elik Aomanor. Okay, let's
Yeah.
go. Like I've got the depth.
Yeah. I know he's sitting on my bench too, because I have my big money league. I have Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown, Ted McMillan. Like I'm good.
Same, except I have Jamar Chase, AJ Brown, and Ted McMillan. But we start four wide receivers. I had Terry McLaurin, so,
There you go.
so
But like,
moved him out.
hey man, as long as we're cooking, I just need one receiver on my bench at that point. So we'll see what happens. And that's another thing about like these guys. You're gonna remember these guys that started slow being huge for you when everyone else on your team was on a bye and BTJ drops 35 points on someone's head. And next year, if he starts slow, people are gonna be like, "Well, fuck, man, it's over. He sucks." It's like, dude, remember last year when he like won you your everything? It'll happen. We got you. People to like the story going into last week was Omarion Hampton sucks, right? And then he had a great game, and now everyone's like, dude, locked and loaded, top 12 running back every week. Do you hear yourself?
Yeah, and
So I think it'll pop. It starts popping, right? Like someone will hit this week, and everyone will be like, okay, cool, that narrative that they suck is over.
OJ says thanks. It's frustrating when coordinators make weird personnel decisions. I'm starting Henderson over Ao Manor and Flex and point 0.5 PPR.
I would love to tell you that it just takes a while for rookies to learn Josh McDaniels' offensive system, but Josh McDaniels wears a visor. It can't be that complicated.
um, yeah, I like Henderson over Ao Manor, half PPR. I just want to be there, ground floor, you know?
Yeah. I think well, I mean, we got two rookies, right? Oh, okay, okay. So listen to this. So we did Gambletown yesterday. Myself, Ryan Edgecombe from the TH Fantasy Podcast, Wally Dismail, and Josh Chuboff from, as I call it, the larger TH Fantasy Football Absurdity Media conglomerate.
Works for me.
Um, and so we do our DFS picks of the week, and we each pick our guy for quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, and defense as our main build focuses. Every single one of my guys got taken by somebody else. I had to pivot 5 times, but the show is over now, so I can go back and claim my DFS plays of the week. It's Drake May at quarterback. Ashton Genty is cheap on DraftKings, cheaper than he should be. He's going to be chalk. He's going to be incredibly high owned, but I think that I'm ride or die with him this week. And then we're going back to Romo Dunze. This is one of his best schematic matchups. He's one of the best separators in football. My tight end is Hunter Henry. And in your contest that started defense, I'm going and paying down and going with the Tennessee Titans.
All right, add it to the chat. Thanks for the question, Nick. Hey,
Those are my DraftKings plays. FanDuel, a little bit different, but for all intents and purposes, just put in James Cook.
are you still in our Eliminator Challenge?
I am.
Are you in our Guillotine League or the other Guillotine
I
League?
am not. I'm not in the Guillotine League, but I'm in the Eliminator Challenge, and it's like one of the first years where I've made it past week 3 because I always get too cocky, and I'm like, let's just get this out of the way right now.
Whom are you picking this week? I'm picking Buffalo. I think everyone's picking Buffalo.
That is a good question. Let me see if I can find it. Because like the fantasy app, it's hard to find. I only pick it when I get the like the notification, right?
I just go to the internet and type in Eliminator and go in that way because
Sure,
the app is
sure.
not well maintained.
That makes sense. It is fucking terrible.
Yay, Aaron Rodgers looking pissed off.
All
Take it.
right. I am picking. I took Green Bay.
Okay. Have you picked Buffalo before?
Let's find out. Um, I have done week. No, I still have the Bills.
Okay, doke. I think I
Um,
still have Green Bay. I had Green Bay last week, and then I pivoted to Seattle, and I
I get
felt
the
good.
Purdy. I get what AK's saying. The Purdy being back, 49ers and Jags. I think San Francisco has a really nice schedule the next 4 or 5 weeks. They're going to be definitely an eliminator type team. But no, I've picked the Commies, the Rams, and last week I picked Kansas City. So
All right.
Green Bay it is.
All right, come on, Minnesota. Make a comeback. Make us look dumb for hating you.
I
There's some
saw a tweet
points.
earlier, yeah, that said, "I bet you Vikings fans are excited to get JJ McCarthy back, so their defense or so that their offense that looks like shit can continue to look like shit."
Yep.
So we'll see. I mean, I don't want to say that JJ McCarthy sucks. It's 2 games into his career. Um, I didn't like him as a prospect, so there's obviously like I could flex on people to be like, "Yo, I thought this guy was definitely not a first round quarterback, and he looks like shit." But I'm gonna be real with you, man. I just like when players are good at football.
Yep.
So the more good football players there are, the better watching football is.
Yeah, I like when offenses are fun to watch.
Okay. Geno Hampton, Hendo, Abuka, London, Adunze, Bowers, Lions, D. I think Hampton. Oh, and Jacoby. Yeah, I mean that game is going to be crazy high owned, right? You got to imagine the Raiders Bears game is going to be the one that everyone's on. So you win hard, you lose hard there. So let's look at the guys that you have that aren't playing in that game. So you got Hampton, Henderson, Igbuka, London, Lions D. Lions D's great play. I have a feeling that London is going to be one of those guys that's low owned and just has a crazy good game. So I like London. Egbuka is interesting. To me, Egbuka and Henderson would be the spots that I don't want to say hesitate over, but like I think that's a good lineup. I think that lineup has a good chance to cash. If it's in a big tourney, hell yeah, throw that shit in there.
How
And yeah,
has Gamble Time been going this week, this year? I mean, I've
so
not been
far,
following it.
so far I am leading the um
Who's mayor?
top five bets of the top five bets of the week, and my patented wide receiver model is back. So all my bets now are going to be based on this model that I've created about wide receiver separation scores. Um, I'm 9-6 this year so far. Ryan is 7-8. Waleed 6-9. But everyone hit parlays last week, so we're still as a show we are still profitable. Um, so yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Nice.
We're doing well.
And I
It's a fun
apologize
start
for
to the
all the
year.
fiddling I'm doing. If anyone's annoyed by that, this is the first Tony broadcast, so I'm just getting everything Jerry for future broadcasts.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm just moving your name around.
That's cool. Do it. Make it look make it look all fun.
Yeah,
So yeah, this
Chicago and
game is
LV needs to deliver.
that's that's the game. Like I said, if that
Oof.
game is high scoring, everybody's gonna be eaten.
Why does Carson Wentz love Naylor?
So actually, this is something that ties into my wide receiver receiving model. Last year, Jalen Naylor routinely had the highest separation scores at wide receiver until Jordan Addison came back and he was relegated to the bench and he didn't qualify due to lack of like routes. He is apparently one of the best pure separators in football. He just isn't in a predominant role on his team. Like it's early in the season with this receiver separation score metric thing that I do, but there's still some stuff in there that I've found that's pretty freaking funny. There's Naylor. One of the things that I found on there this week that I thought was hilarious is that uh, Josh Josh Palmer is one of the best separators in the league against cover four, and he has received exactly 0 targets when going against cover four.
That's the second
Well, that
target to Naylor in the end zone. Um, is the Jags defense actually good? CMC seems absurdly high priced as Minnesota tries to go for it for the fourth time from the 3 yard line.
I mean, I don't think that the Jags defense is that good.
God, he loves Naylor.
Yeah, Michigan State legend.
What is going on? What's the bromance here?
I mean, he like I
Hey,
said, first few weeks last year he was doing great too because he gets open. He's one of the best separators in football.
a Griff Zero. Appreciate you guys. We appreciate you. Worthy or T. Higgins? The brace versus Jake Browning.
I do not like Cincinnati Bengals wide receivers not named Jamar Chase against the Denver Broncos with Jake Browning.
So worthy it is.
It's probably worthy. You're hoping he gets some of that Rashi Rice usage, that he gets 9 targets against a heavy man coverage defense and pops one. It's just gotta be real tough for me to like start T Higgins with confidence. T Higgins might catch 4 for 60 and a touchdown, but you'll be terrified because he's going to spend 2/3 of the game with 0 points.
Okay, 2:08 left. Minnesota's down by 3. They have one timeout. Do you kick an onside here?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because like with the new kickoff rules, they get the ball so much closer, anyways. Might as well. What's the difference? Tangibly, 20 yards, 30 yards.
Where do they kick off from? 35?
Yeah.
So, yeah, 20 yards. 20, 25
So
yards.
whatever. I don't think there's really a
And you still get a chance to stop them and hold them to like a field goal or less.
right because this play will take less than 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So you have one timeout and you have the 2 minute warning, so you have two stops. If you can contain the Arthur Smith powerhouse offense.
And AK, I'll get to your question in a second. I'm sure we all want to watch this onside kick. Actually, maybe they're just going to take their time. I don't know. The kicker seems very casual about the whole affair.
Maybe they could get Mike Tomlin to come on the field during this kickoff.
Oh,
He's done it before.
he'll just grab the ball, trip some dude, not get called for anything.
Do you think Mike Tomlin would be a cool guy to hang out with in the year 2025?
No,
I don't
the
think so
dude looks
either.
uptight.
I feel like he was probably cool when he was younger.
What happened there? Something happened there. Okay, full PPR, Pittman or Olave? Pittman versus Rams, Olave versus Buffalo. I know my answer. What's yours?
I love both of these guys this week. I think both of these guys give you decent uh, opportunity to score some serious points. I'm going Pittman, man. I
I,
know that's crazy.
Give me the functional offense. I know
Yeah,
there's the garbage time love for Olave, and that's cool, but I just give me the functionality.
and it should always be remembered that the best tweet about that franchise of all time is every time Red Zone goes to the Saints game, Chris Olave's on the stretcher.
That is fair.
And I don't want that to be the case, but that's where he's at. I mean, he's going to catch fucking 10 passes for 62 yards. That's dope, but I think Michael Pittman scores this week. I think Michael Pittman's going to get 60 some odd yards. I think that's the DFS game that I think is going to be the second highest owned because there's some serious firepower there too. That Rams Colts game is probably going to be pretty nuts.
1 second play, they got it to 50, so not even like a 20 yard differential there.
Right.
No. All right, Land, what's up? Full PPR, Pickens or Sutton? they want to start Olave, but if we could convince them otherwise, he could take him out to put Sutton Pickens in.
For me, it's no. I land. I'm with you, homie. I think Pickens being a deep threat is great, and what made Pickens a great spot with Dallas was that they could throw to Ferguson and Lamb in the short to intermediate to open Pickens up. Pickens is not a wide receiver one in this offense. I think he's got some wide receiver one skills, but for this play, man, I really think I'm going Sutton. I like Sutton a lot this week. I don't and I do I'm sorry. I'm a noted Cortland Sutton hater. So this is Cortland Sutton is going against a defense that plays cover four and gives up a ton of points. Cortland Sutton's the one of the best separators against cover four this week. He's in my system as one of my best receiver plays of the week. I see, you know, 65, 70 yards and a touch for Sutton this week.
There you
Yeah,
have
give
it.
me Olave and Olave and Sutton for sure.
Yeah. Uh,
Oh yeah, look at that. That's a lineup right there, dude. Lad McConkey, it's real. May, Genty, Cook, Odunze, Lad, Neighbors, Pittman, Henry, Titans. That's what I'm talking about. We ride together, man. I have so many of those guys. DFS, man. It's Josh Chuboff once said, "It's a nine-leg parlay. You're really stupid for doing it," and now he plays it just as much as we do.
here's a 9 leg parlay. We have a lull for 2 minute warning. Your questions will get answered instantly. Thanks to everyone who's
We're
asked
in,
questions
dude.
so far.
I'm ready. We could pull some from the Discord.
Go for it. I am not set up to do that.
All right,
It takes you
Juwan
off
Jennings,
camera. Thank you.
Juwan Jennings or Diggs, Juwan Jennings.
Juwan Jennings.
Worthy or T Higgins, Worthy.
Worthy.
Thornton or Worthy, Worthy. Pollard or Judkins. There's a question. That's what I'm talking about. Let's half PPR. Tony Pollard.
Give me the guy who's not on Cleveland.
Minnie is asked Justin Fields over Mariota. Yes. I am rolling. I have benched Trevor Lawrence. I am going full Justin Fields in my big money league.
Yeah, he looked great for fantasy.
Yeah. He's going to give you 6 point games. He's going to give you 30 point games. That's how we do it.
Sure, Adam Thielen is still not
Oh my
cutting.
God. Imagine getting blocked by Aaron Rodgers. Yuck. Coward. All right, let's party.
What
Who else?
what were you
Prayers
referencing?
for the knees. Shout out, AK. I'm with you. Yeah, Lan. I think good luck to you and yours. I think that we we need to adjust our view of Pickens with the new information that's come to light about CeeDee Lamb being hurt. And I'm a Bears fan. I'm cursed. I'm a Bears fan. I watched every snap of that game, and Dak's just like, yo, I'm just gonna throw 6 yard outs to Jake Ferguson, and the Bears secondary is ass. So it's not like he didn't have an opportunity to smash. I had a ton of George Pickens in DFS. He dropped balls, just a mess. Um, to me, yeah, don't wait for Pickens to show you something before you worry about putting Pickens in again.
Ooh, big third out here.
Always big third down. That would be a fun shirt. Big third down here.
Big third down here. Um,
Oh yeah, like make seven up yours. There we
yes, make
go.
7 up yours.
Now we're
Nobody
cooking.
remembers that commercial. It's really
That was the
good.
guy from Eight-Legged Freaks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those commercials were everywhere, man. Like the edgiest kid that I went to like middle school with would wear that shirt. Let's go. Showing a replay of that Jordan Addison bomb. Pretty nice. I
I think
wonder if this
I'm.
team gets worse or better with JJ McCarthy.
I
I
think
think
I'm.
statistically, obviously they get worse, but like as the team themselves, like is their offense get better with JJ McCarthy because he can run and
I hope he can turn into, like you said. I just want a good offense, another good offense in the NFL,
yeah,
another screen to cut to one red zone.
exactly. They're short. They're short.
You have to go for it.
Hell yeah, you do. They won't because they're cowards, but they absolutely should. Mike Tomlin, the most conservative dude, like such a conservative play caller, man. Probably got like a, you know, I don't even know where I was going with that, but I he's a conservative play call. Huh? That was lame. That was lame. Go punt the stupid football, you idiot.
Wow, cool. Just in time for an Adam Thielen touchdown to torch my golf league. And then my mom's a Vikings fan. She will text me excitedly, and I will sit there and cry.
I don't think Adam Thielen's racist, but I feel like Adam Thielen's biggest fans are racist.
That makes sense.
Did you see the video of his wife took when she
No,
told the kids they're going back to Minnesota?
no.
Okay, you'll appreciate this. It's like a selfie, like a car video, right? Like she
Okay.
filmed a TikTok in her car, and she's with her kids, and they're in the back, the second row of the minivan, and they're just like standing on the spot. Like they're not in their seats, they're not buckled, they're just standing, and it's pretty clear that she's driving, and she's not driving fast. But someone on Twitter was like, "Hey, that's actually worse than not driving fast because she's clearly in the pickup lane." So she filmed a video of herself telling her kids they're going back to Minnesota while they're unsecured, and she's filming in the pickup lane while driving out of an elementary school.
Wait, they were unsecured?
Yes.
Wait, in the pickup lane.
Yeah.
She's going to get in trouble.
I mean, she's got money. I'm sure she's not going to get in that
I
much
guess they
trouble.
just moved too.
Right? Yeah. Never coming back here again.
But like I've walked in front of cars doing stuff like that and just been like put my head in the hood, like, bro,
Yes.
like, that does
Yeah.
not fly here.
Oh my god.
Are her kids like high school or are there any little kids?
No, they're like middle school, like probably I would say between 4th and 6th grade.
That's not so bad. The schools I do, like there's kindergartners, so someone's gonna end up in the
Right.
street like randomly
Right.
any given afternoon.
Well, that was an excellent fourth quarter come from behind drive engineered by Carson Wentz.
He has 327 yards.
That's insane. How's that even real?
Huh. I have him going in some sad league. It must be two quarterbacks or something. It might be our experts league.
I've been getting cooked in the experts league.
I had Joe Burrow, so I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm doing okay, I
I don't
guess.
even have any excuses. I'm getting cooked in the experts league.
And there it is.
Yep. Yep. Carson Wentz to bed.
Oh my goodness.
That's that's bad. That's bad football.
Oh no. I have Christian Kirk in the Experts League Superflex because I was too dumb to start. I was too busy to start Sam Darnold.
Sure. Are they gonna challenge this? I don't know, man.
You can't challenge, can they? Have the rules changed?
Well, is it gonna be reviewed? I guess.
They have to
Fair
review
catch.
it.
Yeah. When does he get possession? I don't know if he got 2 feet in. We might have a new chance at life for Carson Wentz to throw another interception.
Where the hell am I starting Carson Wentz?
I mean, I feel like this is a play where you just got to go with the ruling on the field because this is real close.
Oh, I'm starting in a dynasty league, the FA Dynasty League. He has
He
22 points. Well, probably 20 after the interception, but
called it incomplete.
oh, they called it incomplete.
Yeah. Well, I about Carson Wentz's fantasy production, like having a guy that doesn't get covered get you 70 yards is probably pretty nice for your bottom line.
That's true. If he could go over 30 on this drive, what the hell? I should not be winning dynasty leagues. I'm doing
We
that
live in
thing.
a
I'm doing that thing where I try to tank and so I win half the games.
it's so everybody's fun until you gotta win in the leagues you gotta win in and nothing happens. Oh, free holding. Okay.
Oh yeah, it bobbled a little.
Think you got a chance this game goes to overtime at all?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. That actually wasn't a bad throw by Wentz. That second down throw. Put it in a good spot. Might have been the wrong read, but it was a good throw.
You are like half a minute ahead of me.
Okay.
Of course, I'm patching my phone to my TV via the NFL app, so yeah, that makes sense. How many screens do you have open when you're doing stuff related to fantasy football?
Um Everything until 12 is multiple, but once kickoff happens, I don't check my phone until my rule is I don't check my phone until halftime of the early games, and that's usually just for like my bets, my yardage bets.
Oh yeah, I usually
And
don't check
then
my phone until Tuesday. Not
yeah,
even
I
by
don't
choice,
check
just because I'm like I'm too busy to worry about extra stuff right now. Like
right.
I've
So
got stuff to do.
and also like we're both educators. You take no matter how hard you try, you're gonna end up taking work home. You
Yeah,
got stuff to do,
and the next
and
thing you
I
know, Monday
have
Night Football's on, and it's on at like early this week. So I'm not,
right.
I don't have time.
I have a 5-month-old baby as of tomorrow, and so my days are pretty full, and it's good. I'm not complaining. I love it. I'm having the time of my life, but my days are pretty full. So I do whatever I can during the week to make sure that that 3 hours is just I can just vibe out.
Yeah, even during the early games, my kids have pickleball lessons,
Right,
and they're getting
exactly. So
good. Like, and they're free lessons, so I'm going to take them to
heck
that.
yeah, let's go.
And the guy who teaches them was the starting running back for Notre Dame from 1979 to 1981. So everything rules.
That's a wonderful post playing career. Pickleball instructor.
Yeah. Well, he just gives it
I
to my
love
kids
that.
because he likes our family. So
Okay.
and he wants to get out
What?
and move around. So it's free and yeah, it rules. So I'm not missing that, even if there's great football on. So yeah, I usually don't see the
Yeah.
early games.
I'm a big early games guy. I usually the afternoon games usually don't do much for me. I'm not a West Coast individual, so most of those teams don't play in any of the divisions I care too much about. Um, and then there's a big tradition in my house where no one's allowed to talk during the Sunday Night Football theme song, and that's it's as good as it gets right there.
I love how they're like, "Hey Snoop, wrapped it in the air tonight" by Phil
Oh
Collins.
my god!
What?
So I have a bit going with my wife where I tell her that every country singer is Jelly Roll. And so she's like, "Yeah, this singer." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking you got Jelly Roll covering Phil Collins. Like, how cool is that?" And so that's been my like easy button to get my wife to roll her eyes at me for the past I would say like 3 months.
Oh, thanks NFL app for pooping the bed right now.
Jelly
Um,
Roll posting.
I tell them it's a player. Oh my god, how do I get out of here? Sorry, my feed.
Oh my god, full clown show. T.J. Hawkinson. All right, I'm not gonna spoil too much.
Is anyone else using the? Okay, there we go. We're back.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I'm a Phil Collins guy. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Genesis ruled.
Yeah, yeah. I like solo Phil. I like it all. And we're both fans of the Dan here.
Oh yeah.
We can appreciate their dark
I
sarcasm.
haven't listened to the Dan in a minute, like a week. I've been into the Dead
Okay,
a
respect.
lot. It gets me in a groovy mood. Well, I like to play it before I teach like lower elementary. it puts me in a much better headspace than the Dan. Like,
Sure. Oh yeah. Yeah.
although the sound quality varies very wildly. I tried to listen to this
Oh, for the
album called
Dan.
"The Best
Oh,
of the
sure.
Very Best of the Grateful Dead Live."
Sure.
Unlistenable. Every song, I'm like, this is garbage.
Well, because back then the bootlegging systems was like, do you remember that episode of What's Happening when they made what's his name try to bootleg the Doobie Brothers?
Rerun.
Yeah, I tried to make rerun bootleg the Doobie
Yes,
Brothers.
I do.
That's how I assume all recordings pre like 1986 were done.
Forgot about what's happening and what's happening now.
I'm glad you got that. It's a bit of an obscure pull.
All right, there we are. Well, like I grew up in a primarily African and Central American neighborhood. So you walk in somebody's house, like what's happening is coming on.
What's
Uh,
happening's great.
Good Times is on.
Good Times is an underrated show, and I got to tell you, the theme song for Good Times is one of the most subversive pieces of art I've ever heard.
Yeah, it was hard. I would have trouble watching the theme song like growing up.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't, it because it's so cheery, right? Like it's
Yeah,
yeah,
we
everything's
be
great.
lucky we got 'em. Do do do
Oh
do.
my,
Good times. Yeah. And meanwhile, they're showing a montage of garbage. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like shit's brutal, but that was a great show. Good Times was great. Florida, awesome character.
oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, so let's see. We got anything else? Let me see if people are talking on Twitter. This is more fun.
Now the game's over, I can like go and help you assist with that. I have a screen free up. I can't go to the Discord uh, on my main device, or you are not on camera anymore.
Okay.
So, which
I'll
I don't
pull it up.
like.
I'll go back. We got some
But
start sits. All right. Daniel Jones or Purdy? Need to drop Daniel Jones or Tootin or Fannin. I'm going to say you drop Harold Fannin and you start Brock Purdy. Drop
oh,
Fannin,
you're right. Okay.
start Purdy. Yeah, shout out to Logan in the Discord who I love.
We all love
Uh,
him.
yeah, definitely
He was a slow
like
burn for most of us, but now we're totally down.
yeah,
Much we're like, this guy actually listens.
like cool, even cooler Toucan vibes. Same vibes. Agent of Chaos shows up, talks shit, takes advice, has opinions, shares them. Love that.
All right, let me set up my red zone. Well, if there's no questions, I think let's give it a couple minutes as people get off the games and realize fantasy is about
Yeah,
to happen. Uh, but thanks for coming on.
absolutely. Yeah, man, this is fun. I miss Farce Ball. Um, I threw on last week's, but like was working at the same time, getting my stuff done. So
Our main
I
thing
miss.
is we just talk about the white paint coming out of the dude's butts. Like that's like 'cause after the play's done and the paint will switch to gray, and we're like, what is happening to this guy's health? I don't understand. Like,
Dude, that we've actually had a couple decent Thursday night games. Fun to talk about Thursday night games. And it's always great to listen to Farce Ball. I hope at
okay,
some point this year I could pop on for a one off and say hey and hang out for a little bit.
that would be awesome. We usually have a slot because it's only a three-person team right now.
Sure. Yeah.
Uh,
Let's see. I don't see anything else. I feel like we hammered it out.
yeah, one more minute for last minute questions as you go over your lineups and realize
Give
real
me
football is about to really happen for real.
give me a really tough question.
I want some IDP
Challenge my
questions.
brain. Oh yeah. God. That's what I'm saying, man. Streaming IDP is like the best. I really want to do an all IDP league.
Good luck to you too, OJ. Thanks for coming on.
Good luck. 33.
Sorry, off-camera production meeting notes. Are you all ready to go for pickleball? Everything's in the bag.
Good luck,
Okay.
OJ.
Did you
Knock
bring
your
in
dad,
the
brother.
Did you bring in the water backpack? Okay. You probably just dropped the backpack in the bag, right? Okay. We've been hiking a lot, so we have a whole backpack full of water bottles. We're trying to hit.
Nice.
We've been stuck on level 39 in Pokemon Go for about 5 years, and this year we decided we're over it. So
Get
we're just getting
leveling
that.
up. Let's go.
Yeah, we're like back when
Love it.
when we were level 39, 40 was the highest level, and 5 years later now
Sure.
it's 70. And we're like, let's just check this off and then not play anymore. Calvin, nice whispering, Malcolm. Appreciate it. What else? I haven't had any weird students yet. All my classes have been normal because they don't know where to send me yet because they don't know where the students are weird.
Still early. Enjoy it while you can, right?
Yes. I did break up a fight between a kid who was clearly very on the spectrum and another kid. And the other kid was like, I don't even know what I did. And I'm like, he probably wants to be your friend, man. he's just, yeah, and he's
Also
frustrated because he
possible.
doesn't know how to express himself. Just think about it through
Right.
that lens. And like the kid was like, oh yeah, kind of
Can
okay.
I?
And I'm like, I don't know, but like that's probably what's going on if you didn't do anything.
Right. All right. Well,
Yeah, I'm down to call it.
yeah.
I got stuff to do.
Let's let's win big stuff.
All right, best of luck in all your different various leagues, you and everyone else. Thanks for coming on,
Everybody have
Tony.
fun.
Great as
Enjoy
always.
football.
Enjoy
Yeah,
football, y'all.
my
See ya.
pleasure.
See you in the Discord.